What's up, you guys? It's Steve here, and we're hearing today that stimulus is back on the table. And this is all due to the new Omicron surge, and we're hearing checks are in discussions as well. And this is your stimulus check update. Now, you guys, this is exactly why when people hop on and they're like, yes or no, is the stimulus package passing? Yes or no, is there going to be stimulus checks? We cannot give you a solid answer. We have to wait to see what's going to unfold with the pandemic and the economy and how Congress is going to be responding. And now today, we're getting articles coming out like this. Take a look, you guys. Omicron has lawmakers talking about another stimulus round for businesses. So just to clarify, right now, businesses is on the table, but that could definitely lead to checks right away. And a lot of people don't know this, but take a look, you guys. The CARES Act package that passed before, that was actually phase 3. There were 2 previous phases of stimulus provisions that went out before direct payments went out to people. So right now, if they are re-sparking interest in stimulus provisions to businesses, checks for direct payments to people could follow very soon after. Take a look, you guys. Coming out just in the past 24 hours, stimulus checks in 2022, how Omicron could prompt discussions for further relief payments. And just like how we saw before, where we had 2 phases that had stimulus provisions for other things, and then the 3rd phase, the CARES Act, had stimulus payments, direct checks to people, we could see something similar as well. But right now, take a look at what they're focusing on, you guys. Articles coming out like this. Republicans and Democrats, both parties, are considering another package of stimulus of up to $68 billion to help restaurants, gyms, and small businesses throughout the Omicron surge, reports claim. Now, talks are reportedly being led by Senator Ben Cardin and Roger Wicker. Bipartisan, Republican and Democrats. Mark Warner and Susan Collins are allegedly involved as well, and they are in the early talks about a bill that would help fund small businesses like restaurants, performance venues, gyms, minor league sports teams. And there was 828,000 reported infections in the United States on Monday. And take a look at the chart, you guys. Yesterday, 885,000 new cases was just yesterday, with a 7-day moving average at over 500,000 per day. And we're hearing that more stimulus provisions might be needed. Now, in addition to that, listen to this. They're saying take it out of the hands of Congress. They're saying Joe Manchin, all the Democrats, Pramila Jayapal, they can't agree. And they're saying people need direct payments. Don't let it be up to Congress. Let it be up to the state of the economy and the pandemic. That is right. Take a look at this article that came out, you guys. 4th stimulus check payments could be deposited automatically into accounts in 2022 without lawmaker approval. And they want to do this through something called automatic stabilizers, or have triggers that set off checks going out directly to people or unemployment benefits, saying, let's not pass legislation anymore. People can't wait. Let me know your thoughts, you guys. So I'm going to give you the details of what's coming out today, as this is all getting sparked up with the past 24 hours with everything happening with Omicron. Also, you guys, just a quick reminder that the new channel is going to be launching, and I'm going to be doing the first video here very soon. It's almost ready, and it's going to be what I heard directly from a multimillionaire when I asked him, how do I get rich like you? Because I'm tired of being broke. And he said, you know what? I'm actually going to share with you the secret of becoming rich. And he said, there's 3 things that all wealthy people do that you need to focus on. And if you do, you will also become rich. And I listened to him, did everything he told me to do, and it actually ended up working, you guys. So I'm hoping that this new video is going to be helping out a lot of people that are just going through it right now. And if you're interested in seeing that and joining the channel, I'm going to pin a comment down below. All you got to do is click the link. You can go subscribe, turn on notifications. Going to be launching that here very soon. But let's go ahead and dive in and get you caught up on stimulus checks, economic news happening right now. And let's start off by smashing that like button for the YouTube algorithm. Just takes a second. Really helps me out a ton. Thank you so much, you guys. I appreciate it. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you like to stay up to date, totally free to do so. You can come join the Ram fam. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. And if you got any specific questions for me, I'm easy to get a hold of directly. All you got to do is hop onto Instagram and shoot me a DM at SteveRam3. And I get a lot of DMs, so give me a little time to respond, but that's definitely the best way to get a hold of me. And I have to mention this because it's happening again, and that is scammers are coming into the YouTube comments. They screenshot my picture, they put Steve Ram, they claim they're me, and then they say, wire me money, send me your personal information, contact me on WhatsApp. And you guys, That is not me, okay? I'm not going to ask for any of that stuff. I'm just here to get you caught up on the latest. So with that being said, let's go ahead and do that. Let's dive into this article, get you caught up as to what's happening right now with stimulus due to everything happening with the Omicron spread. All right, you guys, so let me know your thoughts and link in the description below to this article that says we should put automatic stabilizers in place, take stimulus checks out of the hands of Congress, and just have them coming out reoccurring due based upon the economy. Now, fourth check stimulus payment could be deposited automatically into accounts in 2022 without lawmaker approval. Now, the article says that the fourth round of stimulus checks could be deposited into bank accounts without being voted on by lawmakers in Congress. An expert claims some Americans have been calling for reoccurring payments for months, with one petition almost hitting 3 million signatures, and that is that change.org petition. Take a look, you guys. At the time of this recording, it is about 2,500 signatures away from hitting that 3 million mark. And if you'd like to sign it, I'll put a link in the description below so that way you can go and add your name to it. Maybe they'll hit 3 million. Now, here, Adam Rubin, director of the Economic Security Project, discussed the idea of automatic stabilizers. And we had also heard this from Senator Wyden as well, who actually created the federal unemployment benefits. He said we should have automatic stabilizers that trigger whether or not we're going to have these provisions and not have to vote and do legislation through Congress. Now, he said this back in May, and he said that putting in place these kinds of triggers would smooth out the recovery and no one is left at the mercy of Washington's gridlock in future recessions. Now, if there was an automatic stabilizer in place, then stimulus funding would not have to be approved by lawmakers in Congress. Members of the influential Joint Ways and Means Committee previously called on President Biden to automate unemployment insurance, bolsters, and direct stimulus checks as well. Now, the lawmakers argue that citizens should not be at the mercy constantly of the shifting legislative timelines and ad hoc solutions of our Congress members. Now, throughout the pandemic, Democrats and Republicans have struggled to agree on pandemic relief measures, as it has become pretty much politicized. However, in the beginning, those first 3 phases, when we got that third phase of the CARES Act provision with the checks, that was unanimous. All of Congress agreed we're in the middle of a pandemic, pass it through. Now, all of the phases after that, it became a little bit politicized. Now, as you know, we've seen 3 stimulus checks go out so far. The first one for $1,200, the second one for $600, and the third one for $1,400. And we're hearing that people are saying we need a fourth. We have a lot of people saying a fourth and a fifth, data shows, would wipe out a lot of the pandemic poverty. And there's many people, like we saw with that petition, saying no, we need monthly reoccurring checks throughout the course of the pandemic. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, you guys. We will see, but the article says that despite the calls for extra cash coming from all these sources, the White House has said so far that they've refused to introduce another round of stimulus payments. And we actually heard President Joe Biden previously say he's going to be leaving it up to Congress. So we're going to see what Congress has to say about this and whether or not they feel that we need more checks. Now, also, this article mentions that in the meantime, states, cities, and counties, they're starting to pass their own stimulus packages and in many cases, their own checks. And I'll keep you up to date on that here on the channel as well. So that way you can know what's available to you. But you guys, they're saying we need this. We need more stimulus for businesses, maybe more direct payments for people, and we want to take it out of the hands of Congress. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So a lot happening right now, and I will keep you up to date on all this stuff, you guys, as we're hearing about new stimulus packages, potentially new checks. And also this morning, I let you know all the discussions with the Build Back Better, and we're hearing contradictory messages from Pramila Jayapal, the president, Joe Manchin. Discussions and negotiations are and aren't going on. We don't know. I will keep you up to date, you guys. There's a lot unfolding. So thank you so much for joining me. We will see, and I know we're probably going to be hearing a whole lot more about this very soon with the way that the Omicron spread is taking place, and I will keep you up to date. And as always, you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you made it this far and you haven't already, don't forget, take a quick second to smash that like button if you haven't already. It helps me out a ton. Just takes a second. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Also, leave your comments, share this out. If this is your first time here and you'd like to stay up to date, totally free to do so. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, turn on that notification bell. Come join the Ram fam. Also, consider joining that second channel, Steve Ram Finance. I hope it's going to be helping out a lot of people. And if you got any specific questions for me, shoot them to me in the DM on Instagram at SteveRam3, you guys. But with that being said, hope this reaches you well, and I will catch you in the next one. Take care, God bless, This is Steve.